I'm waiting to see if it's actually working. Because I'm waiting for you lot to tell me it's actually working. YouTube's being funny. Normally what happens is you press a little button on my Stream Deck, right? And an OBS, my streaming software, sends a signal to YouTube, and YouTube tells me excellent connection, good. And within about 10 seconds, a little button pops up that says, looks like you're ready to go live. Click go live. And it goes like a white button. You click it, and it changes from go live to end stream, and everything's good, and the signal's being sent to YouTube. But it took 6 minutes today before that button went white and allowed me to do it. It was greyed out, wouldn't let me click it. So, yeah, working. Good. Okay. That was really weird. Normally it happens really quickly. Odd. Odd. Although we're here. We made it, chat. We're here live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. You all right? Uh-huh. Just weirdly staring at me then.
Sorry,
like I was some yummy piece of meat.
I'm all frazzled, so I'm just zoning out.
Oh.
But I'm back in the room.
Okay.
I'm back in the room.
It's a bit weird then. Looking like you wanted to wear me skin.
Did I? Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, is that
I just looked up and I was like, what the fuck?
Is that what I look like when I zone out?
A little bit.
Oh, wow.
A little bit creepy.
Okay.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Wednesday evening. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit all those magical buttons for us. We are over 100 live viewers right now and 42 of the finest likes. Hit subscribe button if you haven't already and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. But we are back, you wonderful human beings, on the channel.
Gareth Hackney, are you running it off Lucy's laptop?
No, I'm not, no. I warn you as well, my eldest has been sick and the little bastards just start getting better. And now I think I have it too. So, but we are here and we are back and we are live and we are ready to talk about all things Warhammer. And we're in a weird place right now where I don't really have any kind of clickbaity title. I don't think there's any major drama. I don't think there's any nonsense to talk about. I don't think there's anything really, like, specifically exciting or scandalous that we can cover right now. And I'm not going to try and force that. And I was thinking about this today while sat here, trying to pretend that I'm not feeling under the weather. But, like, no. Mind above body. No, I do not feel ill. Also, I sat here feeling very sorry for myself. And I think, in seriousness, I think that after the last few days, specifically Beachhead as well, I feel like the game is really fun at the moment. I feel like, although as a creator, it sometimes means we have less things to talk about, because as we all know, positive titles don't generate any kind of clicks or any kind of interest or any kind of outrage or 100 people super chatting as to why they're so angry. But actually, I think it's really fun at the moment. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's a me place where I am, me a mental state. I don't know if it's because over the course of the last half of the year, I changed my kind of attitude and approach. I don't know if it's because my faction's just got a new book and I'm really excited about it. But I'm just having loads of fun in Warhammer right now. I don't know if it's just me. And so I throw the question out to all of you. You can stick it on postcards, which is a fantastic way of supporting us. Equally, if you want to continue to support us and allow me the funds to buy a bodyguard so that Luce can't wear my skin as her own face, you can also do things like gift memberships, become memberships, all that. Become members of the channel, all that kind of good stuff. Big shout out to Ochigdor, who gifted 5 before we even started. And if you saw that,
I did not.
You did not. Ochigdor for 5 gifted off the bat. And then thank you, I know what you did last roll, for the 1 gifted as well. You are a legend amongst mere mortal men. We also have, I've got the South Coast Super Major coming up in March. We've got Joe's Grand Day out in April, or May, whichever one it is. I think it's May. And I'm just kind of really excited about playing Warhammer. I don't know, I just feel like I'm in a place where I'm having fun now.
Great Hall quizzed Moru in Discord 1915 smile.
In English, chat, that was tomorrow. Tomorrow. 40k is fun right now. I've now got 3 tournament weekends on the bounce, says Dats and Des. Amazing. 10th edition has been the fun the whole time for me and my friends. I'm glad it's better for you now. It's so much better for me now, right now. Honestly. My best guess is all those things. Positive things, creating positive things, leading to more positive things, fun times. I mean, it is infectious though, right? I feel like positivity is as infectious as negativity. I feel like, actually, that's a lie. I feel like negativity is probably slightly more infectious than positivity, but I still feel like positivity in itself can be infectious. I'm having a blast in 40k doing a Vashtor detachment for Crusade and Guard for my competitive games. So it's not just me then, chat. It's not just me then. It's all of us. Not all of us. It's a lot of us. A lot of us. I'm not trying to let missing having to cancel to get to me. I need and want to play more games, meet new nerds. There's always next year, there's always other events, mate. You're probably enjoying it because we're over halfway to 11th. Maybe. But then at this point, it's more. I think it's more dialed in. I feel like they've got more of a grip of it now. Don't get me wrong. There was a rules question yesterday, and when I started searching through the rules on the downloads page, I was like, "This is a fucking hot mess." Trying to find the rule that I need and want to be able to answer the question. But in terms of how the actual game plays, once you've learnt those things, in terms of how the game actually plays, I think it's really fun.
I think it's not a necessary game, more the amazing communities that are being built around it, this amazing hobby.
Ian, thank you for $7. I think you're probably right, mate. I think it's got a lot to do with it. I think you lot help, in seriousness. I think you lot help a lot, actually. Wraithbone. I love it. As a Grey Knight player, I wish my Codex and Refresh were somewhere near so I could crusade properly, especially as they're the only Space Marine who can't use Space Marine rules. But I've enjoyed the game. I've enjoyed every game I've had with them. Well, that last part's important, though, right? I just have loads of fun. I think taking it not too seriously, but a bit more seriously at the same time. It's weird to explain it and being like, actions, you know what? They're not going to go away. They've been here for ages, so let's just do actions. Let's build lists the way the game wants me to build lists rather than like, no, it's my hobby. It's where I want to do it. This is where Joe is sometimes, I feel like. He's like, I don't want to do actions. I just want to take every unit that can kill things. I'm like, cool, you'll kill loads of things, but then you won't score points, which is fine if that's what you're happy doing. But then he gets upset that he didn't score any points. Space Marine 2 help bring in a wave of new people, which are happy and excited to the new universe they're discovering. I do love seeing new people find a new universe or discover a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, is it a bit like when you see Christmas through your kids' eyes?
Kinda, when you sort of experience that magic all over again, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you think about that as an analogy, when you first discover Christmas as a kid and you're kind of old enough to understand what's going on, it's incredibly exciting, and a big fat man's going to come down my chimney and leave loads of presents, and there'll be reindeer on my roof, and oh my god, he'd nibbled the carrot and drank the rum and all that kind of, you know, it's fucking amazing, right? And then there's all the presents and stuff like that. You kind of don't question it. Then you kind of grow up and you learn about the truth of what's actually going on, and it's not a fat man coming down your chimney, and there's a specific drink we leave out because that's the one my dad likes to drink, and actually it's just your parents buying you gifts because they think you've done good or bad that year, depending on how many, etc. And the magic doesn't die; it just changes. So it's not like Christmas becomes boring, because it doesn't.
No.
It just kind of changes, and it's kind of less and more. This is nice. I like it.
When Jim Jam found out that we are Santa Claus and that you eat the mince pie and you eat half the carrot and you drink some of the milk, and that the magic.
Why are you talking so quietly?
Just in case he hears.
He's playing games. He won't listen to you.
Just in case. But when he found out that we are Santa and that all the little, like, the husbandry of Christmas is actually me and you staying up because we can't do any of it while they're up, the magic definitely changed from, wow, it's all so unexplained and it's kind of vague and I'm filling in the missing blanks, into, right, you're in on it now, Jim Jam.
Yeah.
You need to keep it going.
Yeah.
For all the little children that you're going to bump into in December who are doing all their best behaviour for Santa, you're in on it now. So you too are Christmas.
Yes. You're part of it. But still, but Christmas for him sort of changed a bit, right?
Yeah.
It did change a little bit, and it kind of settled a bit, I guess. And then that was my experience. And then you go into the late teens, early 20s, you start having things like girlfriends and stuff like that. And Christmas kind of changes a little bit again then, because you have to go out and buy presents for girlfriends and then fiancés and wives and etc. And there's always a little bit of new excitement when you're like, oh, what can I get her that means that she's going to be like, think I'm the best thing in the world. Right, that happens. But that original magic doesn't kind of really come back, sort of. But it's still lovely. It's still special.
My kind of Christmas for you, when I still lived in my family home, was I want to make Liam this thing to eat, but I don't know how I don't poison him with it. because the Black Forest Gatto was such a success.
Fun fact, when it comes to Christmas, it's not food that men are after.
No.
It costs literally nothing. And 40k is kind of the same. When you first discover the world of Warhammer 40k, it's very Christmas. It's like, this is fucking new and exciting, and oh my god, look at all these amazing things. And over a period of time, I don't think it loses something about it that makes it special, but it becomes less super wide-eye, exciting, amazing moment, right? And then what happens with Christmas? What happens with Christmas is you potentially get to a point where you have children, and then when those children get old enough to kind of understand what's going on, so like 3, 4, 5 years old, they then experience a Christmas that you had at that age, and you kind of live it again, and you see that wide-eyed excitement of, oh my god, Santa's been here and he's left me presents, etc. And then when someone brand new, discovers Warhammer 40k for the first time and learns about what a Space Marine is and what Chaos was and what happened in the Horus Heresy, they have that wide-eyed, oh my god, this is fucking cool moment. As a person who's been involved in 40k for 20 years plus, you're like, yeah, it's fucking exciting. And I think a little bit of that excitement and a little bit of that magic at Christmas when you've got kids, but a little bit of that excitement with new people finding Warhammer 40k, I think it rubs off on you. And it brings your excitement up a little bit, or it brings your magic up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love it when new people find the hobby and they go, Warhammer, fucking cool. I'm like, it's fucking cool. But you'd ask me 2 weeks ago, like, yeah, I love it, it's cool. But now I'm like, fucking cool, because they're really into it at that point. I think that magic rubs off. I don't know if is that just me, or is that like something people can definitely relate to? In the meantime, Wee Man, you sexy human being. Thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. And Farmer George, thank you for 5 more gifted memberships. That's how every farmer talks. Don't believe Jeremy Clarkson. That's how they all talk. All right.
It's not quite the same as Warhammer or Christmas, but when the boys were allowed on the big sewing machine, that was kind of sweet and cute. Seeing them, I swear, if I'd have left the room, Ben would have taken a screwdriver.
Yeah,
to my
probably
sewing
taken it
machine.
apart.
Like, why does it do that?
What we could do for our first postcard topic tonight, chat, is your most obscure ever Christmas gift. There you go.
Ooh.
The magic is the Thanes. I mean, I do agree with that one quite a lot, Luminous! Thanes. New Eldar decks almost has me wanting to play again. 10th and Primaris before, it just killed my love of the hobby, sadly. New Eldar book is incredible, Soldier of Nerdism. I'd encourage you to pick the book up. Honestly.
I don't think I've had...
Most obscure Christmas present.
No,
I don't feel like I've had one, but...
I'm a notorious nightmare to buy for.
Excuse me. I've been trying to ignore this cold all day, and what I've done is just not talk a lot. If you don't talk a lot, you don't cough a lot. Strange or not known by others, whichever interpretation of obscure you want. I don't know if I've ever had an obscure present for Christmas where you go, oh, it's magical, it's Christmas, but what the fuck is that?
No, I don't think I've ever had one of those. I'm the pain in the ass because people say, what would you like? And I go, nothing. That's why I'm the pain in the ass, because people can't not give you something. My most awkward present, which isn't Christmas specifically, it was my birthday. It was my 18th birthday, and my nan got me a jug about that big, a stein engraved, which is up on my shelf up there, right? And it's currently empty. Well, it's got like, I think it's got like pins and stuff in it. But
was there any takeaways from the Beachhead event, positive or negative, that you would shape how you would run an event that large? Dempsey Con 2030.
Wait one, guys. So it wasn't empty she handed me this big fucking box, and I unwrapped the box, and it's a box, and you take the lid off, and there's this big glass stein in it. This is my nan, mind you, and I just turned 18, filled to the brim with condoms.
Yeah, I can't be in a family that does that.
And I was like, I don't know what to do or say right here.
Like, what?
My nan's just sat there across the table grinning at me. I'm like, I'm not using it on you.
I had a gift trapped in paper so I couldn't see it.
Had a gift so I couldn't see it.
Is that not every present? Fucking door? They're not all wrapped in paper? So takeaways. I mean, I don't think I'd ever run an event that large, to be honest with you guys. I don't think I would want the stress of running an event that large. specifically running an event that large in a location that's neutral. So if you're running an event in your own place, in your own venue, with all your own stuff around you, I think there's a little bit less stress. When you've got to take all the tables, all the terrain, all the mats, everything, I feel like I wouldn't ever want to run an event that big, to be honest with you. So I didn't really look at it in terms of in that kind of context, because I don't intend to run one that big ever. My biggest positive, I've said this a million times already, but my biggest positive is the way that they let you drop in and out all the way through the event. I love that.
For me, that sounds so accessible.
Oh, it was obscured because it was wrapped in paper. I said whatever meaning. Yeah. Okay. Top pants from Ockigdor. Top pants. I got a quad bike a few years ago. That wasn't wrapped. Are you going to ride that, Des?
Such an arsehole.
What are you about? Me? Amazing. Were they used condoms? Yeah, Dave, yeah. Of course they were. It was essentially just a giant pint glass full of frubes.
Is that a House of Boys thing? That the conversation of sex is just... It's just always on the table?
I don't know, darling. I've only ever lived in a House of Boys, so I'm unaware as to whether it is or isn't. Whether it's a cultural thing, whether my nan was just trying to be funny and trying to make me feel uncomfortable, which was a success, I might add.
My grandmother once got me a hot dog maker. It was kind of like a toaster with a slot for the bun and a round one for the wiener.
For the wiener! Amazing. A hot dog maker? So it cooks one hot dog and gets one bun ready at once?
Oh, I thought you meant like a sausage maker, but...
I have a rule with my sister, which is make me laugh. 2 years ago she got me a funny t-shirt, a rubber chicken, and a bag of candy ducks. I creased.
Okay, good.
Receiving a pair of size in front of my whole family for Christmas may be obscure, but I was over the moon for them.
What's a pair of size?
Is that like boxes?
I don't know. Mikey says, when you say drop in and out, how does that work? Doesn't the other player have to agree to it so they don't lose out of the game? No. So the rule they have is you have to drop out and go back in before pairings. So let's say you play round 2 and you want to not play round 3, you need to drop before they do pairings. So you don't, because, and the other reason for that is Adam doesn't want people to look at their pairing and go, I don't fancy that game, I'm going to drop. Because that's shitty, and it leaves them with weird people without opponents. And unfortunately it happens, but it is a bit shitty. So he doesn't want that to happen. So you need to drop before pairings and tell them you're going to drop before pairings. Then that way, when they do the pairings, you don't have an opponent at that point because they haven't already paired you off with someone. So it doesn't actually impact your opponent. If it ends up in a situation where a player has a bye because they have no opponent, one of the TOs grabs an army and plays. So... Ninja things. Oh, okay. Raphael Ninja Turtle weapons. That's still fucking cool as shit. I want those. The triple daggers.
Oh, if anybody ever gets bent, like nunchucks or something, no, I'm disqualifying them straight away. Give them to me. I don't fancy replacing the banister or a window pane and the poor dog being the perfect height to get smacked in the face with one. No.
Yeah.
I'm disqualifying now.
Josh says 40k takes too long. There's too many models. It's too bloated. It's a chore and exhausting to play. I don't think so. I'm not finding it that way. And probably 500 odd games this weekend being played at Beachhead, people didn't find it that way, I don't think. There's a little bit of bloat there, but I don't think it's a chore. It is tiring to play, I'll give you that much. It's tiring to play. Thank you anyway, you wonderful humans, for the super chats. And we are currently up to 17 of the finest gifted... Oh, I need to update my tracker. Did I update my tracker? 17 of the finest gifted memberships. Boop. Boop. Does a potato gun work?
I've never known anyone that has a potato gun.
Have you not?
No.
I've
Is
never
it a real
owned
toy?
One. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing.
So you put a potato in it
I don't know how it works. I just know it's a thing.
Does it shoot out like full-grown jacket potato-sized potatoes? Because that surely...
You've got Google.
Or is it like new potatoes?
Just use Google. It takes too long. If you don't know what you're doing, your opponent's a knob. I mean, that's fair. Yeah. I love the game and painting is fun. Building is my least favourite if I'm not kit bashing. I can't do kit bashing. Joe loves good kit bashing. He loves it. I can't do kit bashing. Although, well, at the moment, what I'm currently doing at the moment, chat, if I'm honest with you, and I'm being fully open, and I have kept this a little quiet, not completely, but a little quiet right now, because I know for a fact that what's going to happen when I announce this in just a second is a torrent of fucking abuse is going to come my way. But currently, I'm really getting into my painting. To a point where I'm really getting into doing something that I thought I'd never really do. And today I built a model which is sat on my desk in 5 sub-assemblies for painting. 5 sub-assemblies, one single model. So I'm really and this is the other part. This is the other thing I love at the moment about Warhammer and 40k in general, and 40k being fun. The models are some of the most beautiful they've ever done, and I think that from a lore perspective, from a model perspective, from a hobbying perspective, from a gaming perspective, they're just getting everything close to right now. Okay, the launch of 10th was a mess, and they've done a lot of work to fix that.
Loose. In the words of Mr. Peachy, the children yearn for the mines.
Yearn for the mines.
Do they?
Yeah. And so, I think it's a great time to get into any aspect of the hobby, to be honest with you. And I, you know, I used to be a person with hobbying where it was a simple case of get it fully built, get it painted, and off you go. And for some models, that's the same. Like I'm currently on my painting handle right now. I'm painting a Banshee Exarch at the moment. So she's in 1 because it's sub-assembly is a bit more difficult for her, and arguably not really needed. But I'm getting the kind of desire and passion to paint a single miniatures. So I want to get my Eldar are my army to paint, right? They're my army to paint for tournaments and events, and I've been building my tournament list this week, and I'm pretty much in a place now where I think I'm happy with it. But today, feeling a bit rough, I wasn't really into the painting, and I kept coughing, and so I didn't want to sit there with a paintbrush trying to paint something accurate and small. So today I sub-assembled a model that I had on my shelf for ages, which I don't care about the faction. I don't ever want to play the faction. I have no interest in playing the faction. But I built this cheeky chap. Look, he's got so many bits missing from him. You can see all the bits of blue tack that fill the gaps.
Oh, I thought you painted them lighter grey. Because over here it looks like there's 2 different colour grey.
I'm going to throw something at you. Honestly.
Just opened my Eldar Codex. Pure sex.
It is, isn't it? And we've got the other 2 arms on that shot glass. Yes, Thanes, another shot glass. And then we've got his backpack on this shot glass. Another shot glass. And then we've got his head on this shot glass. Another shot glass. And I'm just really enjoying the process of taking a lot of time over a single model. A lot of time over a single model. I'm really enjoying it. So, who is it? I'll show you. It is that guy.
Hey, it's that one guy.
Who I've had on my shelf. I think GW sent it to me a long time ago. I've had it on my shelf for ages, just sat here doing nothing. So I figured, I kind of want to paint that one guy. Excuse me. I apologise for the cough as well. I can't really help it. You know that weird back of the throat metallic kind of taste that you get?
Oh no, you're going to give it to me. I don't want that.
All day I've had it.
I don't want it.
All day.
I'm saying no.
That's why I've kept walking past you, kissing you all day. So I can't go on.
For you I gave my daughter a box, another box inside, another box inside, a metal tin wrapped fully in duct tape, holding inside a baking potato.
Amazing. Amazing. That's quality, Mike. I love it. My mum used to do that to wind us up because me and Ash my brother used to get to a place where we would easily guess whatever the present is. Just guess it. Like, oh, it's a Toblerone. Very obvious.
Toblerone's a really...
Yeah, okay, I've picked an obvious one. Yeah. And so she started taking, like, pairs of socks out of the packet and wrapping them inside a shoebox. Like, right, so you fuckers.
Mean.
Guess that.
That is so mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. Arkagor says, Liam, you know how it is. It starts with just one model. But I don't have an urge or desire to ever play orcs.
I did hear of somebody who once gifted a single Malteser inside a ring box to his girlfriend.
That's powerful.
Brave move, isn't it? Brave.
That's powerful. Yeah, I genuinely don't feel like I've got any need or desire or want to ever play orcs. I even bought the Codex game and had a quick skim through it, and I was mostly looking for like colours and stuff. And not really bothered by it at all, chat, to be honest. But I really want to paint the one model, so you know, I have always previously kind of found painting a chore, especially army painting. Unless army painting is Eldar, I find army painting a chore. And now I said to Brom last night, if I paint this one character, you'll use the model in your army. He's like, yeah, cool. You paint the character, I'll play with it. That's fine. I was like, all right, that's sweet. So I'm getting into it now. It's partly your fault as well. You should enter that into a competition.
You should.
Because what you've done is you've triggered my little brain going,
I should enter that into a competition.
maybe one day I should try and enter a competition.
Yeah.
Which is entirely on you.
You should.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't help that the model that you said I should enter into a competition, someone came to my studio, looked at that model up close and went, yeah, Lucy's right, you should enter that into a competition.
Thank you. Who was that?
I'm not going to say names. I'm saying names.
Will you tell me after?
I tell one person can come to the studio, they all think they can fucking come to the studio.
Will you tell me after?
Maybe.
Okay.
So yeah. Loving it at the moment, chat. That's why our membership goal tonight is just people having fun right now. If you're having fun right now, of the 196 of you, chuck some gifted memberships at us. Liam, I said that about orcs once. Started with a metal war boss I found in a box. Now I'm 1,200 points deep in the Green Devils. I don't really love the most of the range though. This is one of the only models for the whole range I really like. It's like the only one. I quite like Gaz, but that's about it really. But our Gaz has been painted by Simon, and it's much nicer than anything I could do. So, and look at all these grey names in chat as well, chat. Get your sniper rifles out. Enter Beachhead painting competition next year. I might do, yeah. Because if I run elves, then entering an orc isn't an issue, is it? But then having said that, right, I did see the quality of the painting this year, and I was like,
Yeah, but now you know.
I'm not there.
Well, you got a year.
Yeah, a year's not that long.
You've got a year.
Evan, thank you for the one gifted. What a legend. Sniping Mr. Paul Fisher, who's now green. Well done, mate. Great to see some new grey names in chat. It's always great to see new grey names in chat. Do you have any? I do. I was talking, sorry.
I was going to do it at 15:15 because we were in the flow of chat.
Should we do a delayed bulletin noise?
We could do it at 15:15.
15:15?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know.
I should really let my boss know because he keeps trying to micromanage me on chat. Good old Gaz.
Rubber Clock, thank you for the one gifted.
After seeing some of the Emperor's Children characters, I am tempted to paint one of them as a paint challenge. Not done 40k in a while.
So here's the thing, Skinner, right? So like Lucius, I really want to paint Lucius. I don't give a fuck about the rest of the model range. They're nice. I like the flawless blades. Don't really care about Noise Marines. Don't really care about Fulgrim. I just want to paint Lucius. And if I start leaning into painting single models and trying to do really well with them, I feel like at that point I could just enjoy it because I'm not putting pressure on myself to paint a whole army. So Matt O'Reilly, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Up to 19 team. We're nearly a fifth of the way there. Oh no, it's not 19, it's 24. We're definitely nearly a quarter of the way there. My maths is bad. Will, thank you for 10 gifted. We're over a quarter of the way there. Membership train loose. Give me your best choo-choo.
Choo-choo!
Now, last time we did that, it killed the membership train. So tonight we'll find out if it's a better train or not.
We should have, like, party train.
Accidentally said yes to an EOS escalation event at the end of March. frantically assembling Scarv and Spearhead for a test match on Monday.
I'm sure you'll love it, mate. The Skaven stuff's pretty as well, man. Subscribe. Started playing Eldar in Rogue Trader. Haven't played them since 4th edition, but the new Codex and Mini brought me back. That's amazing, Jamie. Welcome back, dude. The community's good at the moment. It's strong at the moment, I think. There is, if you use lots of online spaces like Facebook, be careful. There's a ton of negativity out there, but it's not common.
Pick me one GSC model and I'll enter next Beachhead.
We'll do that in just a second, Ash. What, for the painting competition? Me and Ash head-to-head painting competition. We'll ask Duncan specifically to vote who's best at mine and yours.
Well, was he judging?
Duncan was the judge, yeah.
Oh.
Xenos armies. So yeah, who was it? Jamie. So if you go on social media, be careful because there's a lot of negativity on social media, but it's the same old, same old. It's the vocal minority that makes it sound like it's in a bad place. It's not. It's not.
First match with the new Dari Codex got absolutely locked out. Long deployment areas had an awesome opponent. Was a super fun game regardless.
Amazing. Thank you so much, you legend. Thank you for the 5. Captain Rex, thank you for upgrading to Sculptor. You're a hero. Will Stewart, welcome back to Acer. For a lot of you Thanes and Aces out there, be careful because YouTube is randomly cancelling people's memberships and I don't know why. Right, so if we screen share, boop, like that, we're going to find Ash a Gene Silicate model to paint for the painting competition. Which is interesting because I don't know what your painting's like, Ash. I didn't really come and look, but things like the Redactor Saboteur would be my go-to, but they're quite small and small is hard. Oh, the Abominant's nice though. I like that. I might go Abominant straight away. Ah, she's cool though. I like the Benefactus. Still leaning towards Abominant though.
You know how you said that some of the models are like a reference to pop culture?
Yeah.
What's Lucius?
Lucius, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
You can choose, Ash, between the Reductor Saboteur, just because that's a super cool model. I like that a lot. But that is difficult because it's small bits. Or you can do what I think is probably my favourite. You can do the Abominant. Because that's cool as shit. Oh my god, look at Will Stewart. Banged in the Acer after banging in the 10 and then bangs in the 20 as well. 20 gifted from Will Stewart, Luce.
I hope for you, Will, that when you enter something into a painting competition, you have the confidence to be there because you should be there.
Yeah. I don't have that confidence.
You should be there.
Phil, welcome to Yarl Tier member. What are you, legend? We'll be doing we'll start the giveaway soon for this month. So what I'm currently sub-assembling today to paint for Brom, but I might do it in a painting competition, is this. I feel like this could be a really, with the blacks and the silvers, this could be a really interesting model to paint. And what I was doing earlier on the website is you do this little whirly bit like that. But to get in there and paint skin shade, they must have left certain parts of this off. To get in there and do this, the flesh tone inside here, look, and the cables. Hence the sub-assembly. But if we go back to the Orc model range, I like the Big Mech. Don't like Killer Cans. I like Snickrot. I don't hate the War Boss. Not bothered by these chaps. Not bothered by them. Not bothered by him. Not bothered by him. Definitely not bothered by that nonsense. Don't really like the Battle Wagon. Or any of the Battle Wagons for that matter. That one's slightly better. The Beast Boss, yeah, I don't dislike the Beast Snagger stuff too much, but I think I need to do different colour schemes. Hate that model. Don't like any of the buggies. I don't mind the Death Killer War Trike, but I don't like any of the buggies. Don't like War Bikers. These need a refresh. Mech, meh. Painboy, hate it. Planes are all awful. Mega Knobs, not good. Mech Guns, don't love them. Morkanaut, Gorkanaut, look dumb. Stompers, hate it. Trucks are okay. Death Dreads, nah. New Boys are alright, but you get 5 guns, 5 melee weapons. That pisses me off. This guy, love this guy. He's cool as shit. Pain Boss is okay. That's awful. Don't like those. I like the Beast Snagger boys. They're cool. I like Gaz. Don't like the Booster Blaster. Don't hate Burners, but that might be nostalgia because I had them years ago. Don't like the Megatrack Strapget. Don't like the Knob Unit. Don't like Looters. Don't really like Gretchen. Old boys suck. He's average. Flash Kits I quite like. I do like Flash Kits actually. Commando's unit looks really, really nice. And then I don't like those two either. So if you think about it, when people go, you know, Orcs, or you'll paint a model, you'll be really into it. I think it's about 6 models out of all of those I like. That's it. That's the only ones I care about. Beast Snaggers all the way. Yeah, I think the big war boss I quite like, but I'd need to see him painted in a less kind of bright way. I think Orcs should be dark and evil. I am thinking about downloading the Beast Arises on Audible, if it's on Audible. I think it's on Audible.
What's the orc story? Why are all the animals so like mutated?
Well, I don't know the orc narrative very well. Orcs themselves are essentially a fungus. They grow rather than are born.
Oh.
Yeah. They're a fungus essentially. What the beasts that hang around them are, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I really, my orc narrative knowledge is very weak because I've never really cared.
Would Brom know?
What about the new Breaker Boys Tank Busters? I actually, see, I like those, but they're just busted at the moment, I think, aren't they? Or is that just what I've heard from the internet? Boss Necro is a great model, but I'm not a big fan of orc models overall. Yeah, I agree. Meanwhile, I liked all the models you hated and hated all the models you liked. And that's the beauty of this hobby, isn't it? Thanks. I have an Abominate Saboteur painted to tabletop standard to be good to show progress. Do you need to add 25 to the tally? Can't read it properly. Oh, I do, yeah. Sorry. Yes, I'm on 56 right now. Thank you so much, Mr. Datsun Des. There you go. You can read it now. I'm here for it, though. Orcs have no hair. Any with hair is actually a little squig biting their head. This is the old squig law. I hate orcs. Would never play them. I have a few models to paint as they look cool. Yeah, this is where I'm at like with it, right? Squigs were tyrannids that orcs decided were orky enough to keep, weren't they? I have no idea. I did. But this is the other beauty, because the universe is so wide, deep, and vast, you can pick up a random faction that you don't know anything about, dive into that random faction, there's loads to learn about. So even a person who's been in the hobby for 20 plus years, I could pick up this and start reading the narrative part of this and just really enjoy the narrative because it's new and it's different. And I love that about this hobby. It's so good. It's so good. Chief Librarian Mayonnaise, thanks for the gifted. Don't thank me. Thank whoever gifted it to you. Oh, I have no idea who it was. But big shout out to Will because he's chucked out 30 gifteds and become an ace all in one night. What a fucking legend. We're over halfway, chat, of people having fun right now.
I think either YouTube's going to crash or my laptop is.
It'll be YouTube.
It's getting janky.
It'll be YouTube. My YouTube.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm so glad you did it. I don't think my throat would handle it. I'm so glad you did it. If you went news, I'm like, oh no.
Please don't make me.
Man who lost £600 million Bitcoin fortune considers buying landfill site to search for it.
Now, I've heard this story in the actual news.
Have you really?
Yeah, carry on.
I'm relevant. James Howells from Newport in South Wales claimed his ex-girlfriend mistakenly threw out a hard drive containing thousands of bitcoins in 2013. And now he wants to go digging up a landfill site to go and look for it. But the council plan on closing it off forever in the next financial year.
I''m.painting Gaz right now, he's surprisingly easily.
I have an unbuilt Gaz. Maybe if I enjoy this.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you, Will, for the hat trick and set the dog off. Potentially, if I enjoy this Mig Mech, I might do Gaz. Maybe. She didn't. Is it an ex-girlfriend or current girlfriend?
It's it says ex, but
yeah, I bet
that could be the reason.
She wasn't at the time. She is now.
So he's in talks with some investors to buy the land so he can go digging it up.
Do you think she threw it out, or do you think she said she threw it out and she's currently on a fucking desert island somewhere, feet up, owning the island?
I think he would have checked.
Bunch of hunks on a speedboat off the shore.
I think he would have checked.
Maybe. Maybe she's gone, oh no, I threw it out. She's like, cha-ching.
I don't get the whole Bitcoin thing.
No, I don't either.
Can't you go mining for it?
I have no idea, Luce. I've
Yeah.
never understood it. I'm good with tech, and it's a world that I've never delved into. I don't understand it. I don't care about understanding it.
Last month, a judge dismissed a legal case he brought to force the council to allow him to search the landfill site or award him $495 million in compensation.
Why would they award? Right, now I think the guy's a bellend. Now he's a bellend. Because my girlfriend threw away a hard drive that I had Bitcoin on, the council should pay me 400 and something million? Fuck off, dickhead.
Yeah, it's your responsibility to recycle properly.
Yeah, now I think he's a knob. The children yearn for the Bitcoin mines, exactly. Yes, you can mine for what I used to. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. It's a waste of time and resources, though, unless you own a warehouse. It used to be not so bad, though, right? I don't know. I don't fully understand. I knew a guy who used to mine it. I don't fully get what the fuck. I can't comment on it. I just feel like she's done it on purpose.
Just imagine standing there in a courtroom and saying, well, if they don't let me on there, then I'm happy. I'll settle it if you award me nearly 500 million.
What is GW's best model? My vote is for Morty, but I'm bar. He says he's the first model I put real effort I that worked.
That's an interesting question. Chat, on postcards, what's Games Workshop's best model? Go. "18 rampages, some lone spears will put a dent in those melee builds." Love it. Celestine's a good shout. I like Celestine, but the best. I personally adore Eldrad because it's Eldrad, and this is the thing. I think often, a lot of people will go with their favourite factions. Jane Zara is stunning. Lycus is beautiful. Fulgrim Transfigured from 30k is nice. Shalaxi Hellbane's beautiful. Magnus is good. A Promenade Lieutenant. Fuck off, nobody. Oh my god, we mentioned Bitcoin. The spammers are in chat now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, seen. Good work, guys. Fucking cookie jar like that.
I feel like I'm not.
I kid bash basically every model. Finishing an Eldar Exodite army this month. Also Avatar favorite model of all time. All versions.
Yeah, the new Avatar. Come on, chat. New Azrael is underrated. Facts. Beetle lady from AOS. Alariel. Alariel's quite pretty. Nagash is nice. The new Assurman's stunning. There's so many. This is the problem. There's so many. So many pretty models. I think Altharion from the Lumineth Realm Lords is one of my favourites of all time, because if you look at that model of Altharion, the Spirit of Altharion, it's incredibly clever. They've managed to create a model whereby it's a floating suit of armour and there is no like person inside. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for?
What was that?
There's no like torso or body inside the armour.
I think I remember you talking
It's
about this
fucking
one.
so clever. Altharion is very, very good. Altharion is very, very good. Add mech on stilts. Fuck off, Matt. The Tau Storm Surge. He's terrible on Temple Up. Such a cool model. He is a cool model. Bellacor's stunning as well. Altharion is stunning. Yeah, Altharion is incredible. Such a good model.
Avatar or Visic for me.
Visic's quite nice as well, actually, to be fair. Yeah, nobody's inside. Oh, did I miss a member as well? 52 plus... It should be 57. I missed one somehow. 43 to go, team. You can do it. I believe you. I believe in you. What?
What am I doing in there? Says nobody.
Yeah, he's inside. There's nobody inside the armour. Nobody's inside the armour. Desolation Marines, fuck off. Well, carrying the stream.
You can do the 50s. I did the news and the 20.
Fucking carrying the stream. Will, what a legend. Thank you so much for 50 more gifted members.
This has got to be a juicy one, babe.
It's going to be a juicy one. Well, I hope for you that they decide to make... Oh, hang on.
Revenant Titan.
I do love a Revenant Titan, Clive. Thank you so much for the $2, man. What a hero. Well, I hope for you they decide to do yet another Lord of the Rings spin-off series. However, this time they make it in New Zealand like they did the films, and they don't fuck it up, and they ask for extras to come and film this new Lord of the Rings series. Well, and I hope, because I know how much you love it and how you visited Hobbiton, that you decide to apply to be an extra in the new Lord of the Rings season.
And that they give you a line.
And not only do you get to become an extra, but you do such a good job, they actually turn you into one of the main characters.
Ooh.
I think that's right. Come on.
That's a juicy
70
one.
gifted and a
Acer.
and an Acer in one night. I think that's worth it. Don't you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Did you get Phil Henderson becoming a ER? Yeah, I think I did. I must have just missed it on the tracker though. Thank you, Phil, for becoming a ER. If I didn't already thank you. Oh no, I did, because I already said that we'll be doing the giveaway soon. So there you go. I think that's a strong enough hope. Best hope ever. I think it is a good one. Yeston, thank you for the one gifted. You got Brom. Thank you so much, Yeston, for the one gifted membership. You legend. Can we do 150 in a night? Brom, seriously. Yeah. YouTube doesn't like me. Warner, are you looking for a membership? And if so, have you... I need to ask this question in front of everybody. Have you got gifted memberships turned on? Have you got allow gifts turned on? Because if you haven't got allow gifts turned on, people won't be able to gift you a membership. And you won't be able to come and be part of what is strongly becoming known as, from people outside of the community, the greatest Warhammer community in existence. The kind comments we had from people at Beachhead about our community was... It's one of those moments where you sit back and you go, we're doing it right. Mm-hmm. We're breeding the right kind of community with the right kind of attitude.
For sniping Brom, you should get a hope.
No. Had enough. The banhammer's been swung. That's fine. How long for, Gaz, or just permanently?
86,000 seconds. What's that?
I don't know.
6,000 seconds divided by 60. An hour?
I checked.
No.
Y'all the best. Oh, thanks, Warner. Warner really wants to gift a membership, chat, because he's hanging out in chat. Wish I could meet you all, but I love the streams from Texas. He's in Texas as well, right?
Ah, crap.
Mordy Hammer, thank you for the one gifted. Didn't you just say you've done all you can? Don't put yourself in trouble though. 24 hours, that's a day. Yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine, mate.
Why not just boot him?
Because he might not know. It might not be known that he's being a knob, but now he'll learn. And then they might come back after they've learned they've been a knob.
He knows because Gaz warned him. He's being a prat.
After they've had a boot for being a knob, they might come back and be sensible. And if they don't come back and be sensible, people like Gaz will remember who he's booted, and he'll be gone full time.
Boot him.
So yeah, we do an escalation process here. We don't do the Lucy school of discipline.
Get out!
Yeah. Mordy Hammer, thank you for that one gifted, man. We don't do the Lucy school of discipline.
Disappoint.
Discipline. It's from South Park. Have you not seen it?
No.
I don't rack a discipline. It's when Cartman's learning martial arts.
Right. Okay. I feel like you might need timing out if you carry on.
Tyler, thank you for the one gifted. Texas Takeover. Another Texas buddy from Shigo Gomez. And also, Ryan's in chat as well. He's from Texas. Go to channel, join. There should be gift settings. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Tyler, for the one gifted. Still not got him.
Why is it in seconds as well?
I don't know. It's YouTube being YouTube, isn't it? It's
Forcing
weird.
us to do maths. It's time off now.
Did you get the crash? Did you have a YouTube crash?
Yeah, I did just now.
So I haven't had one yet. Although I had one earlier when I was watching YouTube. I don't know what he's saying. They put something in German. Put something in German for Brom, I think. I had to stop my membership because I lost my job. I mean, that's a good enough reason, to be fair, Mel.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, we'll allow that this once. Don't let it happen again, but this once, it's fine. I'm joking. I'm sure you'll get yourself another job. I'm sure you'll be fine. I hope you'll be fine. I hope you find another job very soon. And it's more enjoyable than the last one and pays you more. It's always a winner, isn't it? I know a few people, actually, that have been made redundant and then they've really fallen on their feet in a much better role and really enjoyed themselves. I'm from Texas too, and I've been watching this channel so much that I've been drinking hot tea.
What?
Well, they don't really drink it over there, do they?
No, they don't. What was it that John said? They don't have kettles in America. They just...
Yeah, you don't have kettles. No,
They have
have coffee machines.
The whistle kettles.
They have coffee machines.
Yeah.
A big boy. Hey, thank you for the one gifted. And then, Mr. Demo Gorgon himself, who is a wonderful human being. He was hanging out with us at the beach as well. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Kev, love you. Oh my god, they killed Kenny. That makes much more sense. I'll be cast as an orc save on the makeup. Thank you so much, Demogorgon and a big boy for the gifteds. You fucking wonderful human beings. We're actually going to hit 150 today. We were well short. Well, we weren't well short. We were quite short yesterday, so this will make me feel better about our overall weekly performance. The suppression will not stand. What do you mean the suppression? Sweet tea. They microwave their mug. What?
We can't move there, babe.
Tons of people in the US. What do you mean you can't move? You just take the kettle with you, nutter.
It is such a culture shock
You
to
can
not
still-
be able to make tea.
You can still fucking buy kettles, woman. It's not the third world over there, not yet.
I shouldn't have to spend a day trying to make a brew kit. We're not going. We're not going. That's it. We're not going.
But your reason doesn't make sense. You don't. It's not what happens. You can buy a kettle.
Tea belongs in the harbour. Revolution.
I was deceived that I'd been chat banned by Young Ash. You haven't been chat banned, Kazarian. You're fine, mate. You're fine. We can. When we move there, we can definitely do tea.
Where are we going to move to then?
America.
Yeah, but where?
Well, according to chat, Texas. That's what they all are.
Yeah, but what about like the whole women's medicine thing?
Oh, it'll be fine.
No.
It's not much better here. I don't
These
think, at the
are
moment.
important issues, babe.
Yeah, but I can wear a Stetson.
That doesn't help me.
But it helps me. I get to wear a Stetson and not look weird.
Yeah, you will.
So, you know. We could go to New Hampshire. It's like our current Hampshire, but it actually gets snow at Christmas. I think New Hampshire was voted as one of the best places in the US to live, actually.
New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Northeast. Just below Canada.
Ah, Canada.
Snow in the winter, sunshine in the summer. Oh yeah, Stetson. I want my own proper Stetson. Texas has wonderful women's health, says Tal Melissa, who lives there.
Yes, but it's too hot.
You get used to the heat, I promise you.
I don't think the amount of crying I will do will be worth me being used to the heat in the end.
As a woman who's never been to that kind of climate or environment, you can't comment. You will get used to the heat. I went to Afghanistan.
No. Mm-mm.
And I went to Arizona in the summer.
No.
You absolutely get used to the heat.
No. I will go to war in a temperate climate, thank you. I will not function.
All the Americans are getting very excited now about where we might move to. And they have great air conditioning. Texas is the best state. I've moved because my dad was in the army and lived all over Texas. It's the best state. There you go. And you get to listen to people like Ryan and the way that he talks every day. Oh, I think we might have sold it. I think we might have sold it. I think if you come to Texas, the cultural shock will be the distance between stuff. I think that's part of the things that Luce would like.
Yeah.
What's that? No neighbours? Great.
I like being left the fuck alone.
Yeah. 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 I will move back to Texas if you move there. See, we'd have a load of players as well straight away, look. We'd have to work out where smuggling Joe out there, but, you know.
I think if we just feed him lots, he'll sleep on the whole way there. He'll wake up and just be okay with it.
I bet if Luce was in San Diego, she wouldn't want to leave. Maybe. I like San Diego. I've been there once. Yeah, if you want to be left the fuck alone, you'd love Texas.
Yeah.
There is space. I could get my Harleys shipped over. Oh. And better ride them all year round.
New Hampshire state motto is live free or die, which is pretty metal.
It's fucking metal, isn't it? Tal Melissa says, my nearest neighbour is 7 acres away.
So what's an acre? What's that? Right. Is it one of them, is it?
It's one of them.
Yeah.
It's at multiple fathoms.
I swear when Harry said that, I thought he was high. Like, what do you mean it's a fathom? What the hell is that? A fathom.
1 acre is equal to 4,046 square meters, which is roughly a square with size of 63.61 meters. So 4 acres would be 250 meters away. A quarter of a kilometre.
Oh, you're not making it any better.
I'm giving you lots of distances.
What's a quarter of a kilometre? Morrison's
250
or...
meters.
Well, the road, is our road a quarter of a kilometre?
An acre is 446 square meters, Bear. Because it's an area, isn't it? An acre. Ash says, if Luce went to Texas, all the fucking fruit would fly out of the basket after the 10-mile trip to the shops.
I'd have to take several pictures.
Oh, amazing. Oh, that's made me smile, Ash. Is it the length of an Aldi? The best units of measurement are now coming out. I was planning on emigrating to Texas in the next 5-10 years. Should we all just move to Texas? Seems like a great idea. Kev's going.
It's too hot.
Kev's going. Okigor's going to move back. We'll just all go to Texas. We'll take it over. We have microwaves and Keurig coffee makers in Texas. We got you all covered. We'll just bring a kettle. Change the plug. Really easy. Job's a good one. Really fucking easy. Importantly, chat. What's the home education rules like in Texas?
Look at him.
Because I know what will swing it.
Cumlo NZ, we have tea and medicine.
I've never been to New Zealand. I'd like to go to New Zealand, actually. 60 degrees right now, remembering that that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius, before you go, oh my god!
Apparently the rule for converting Fahrenheit to Celsius is take off 30 and then halve it. So it's 15 degrees Celsius. Which is still...
Ash could drink. Ash is over 21, isn't he? A lot of people homeschool.
I did read somewhere that some states fund home ed or homeschool, but that means that the state then has a hand in what you teach.
But what would you
how
want?
You
Would
teach,
you
how long
want
you teach it.
funding but control, funding but state controlled, or no funding, complete control? What would you rather? If you had, I don't know the answers. I'm just asking out of interest. If you had the choice, would you rather receive some funding and then have some level of interference from the state, or would you rather have zero funding and have complete control? Because at the moment in the UK, we get absolutely zero funding for home education whatsoever, but we have complete control. But they are looking at passing a bill, which will mean that we still get zero funding, but the state has some control.
I don't even know if that's true. I'm trying not to read too much into it because it pickles my brain in no time at all. I honestly don't know what my perfect scenario would be because...
I mean, the perfect scenario is easy. The perfect scenario is you receive funding and then zero control. Is the perfect scenario.
Zero control?
Yeah, from the state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the perfect scenario, but that's not on the table. That's never going to happen.
I don't think that'll ever happen because any company or anyone that gives you money that you haven't won in a competition like the lottery, for example, would probably be within their rights to ask you to declare how you've spent that. And I suppose if you ask for funding and there needs to be some interference, if I use that word, is fair because to ensure that it does go on the children appropriately. But because we're so small, it always interests me how state by state things seem to be different.
That's the US though.
Yeah, but because we're so small.
Yeah. All the team are getting sniped today as John McArdle comes in, flops his penis out. It's not quite as big as Will's tonight. It's not quite as big as Will's tonight with his 70, but he does come in, flop his penis out, and give us 20 of the finest McArdle memberships.
I hope for you, John, that the next time you need to get lotion out of a bottle, that you can use you can use that contraption that I'm still yet to use.
The next time you need to get lotion out of a bottle, John. Just do what Luce did and wank it off on the kitchen side.
That's not what I did.
I mean, it is what you did.
That's not
It is
what
what you
I
did. You wanked off a lotion bottle in front of John.
No.
It is. It is. The only problem I have here is the unreliable power. Our power are currently out, but they typically resolve it very quickly. Wow. Cool. Ash, the only timed you out for spreading false lies. You said you were 21. Lies. 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 I'm supposed to be playing Warhammer tomorrow night, and I don't think I'm going to. I'm supposed to be playing Tom for the first time ever on the channel, and I might let Joe do it. Because I am feeling rather...
I don't want it. I feel like I'm looking at my future. I don't want
No,
it.
I'm holding off at the moment, but... And at the moment, it's a feeling like it's going to be one of those, like... I'm not actually sicknesses, do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's going to be one of those things that annoys you for 2 or 3 days and goes away. And it'll be fine. So you feel a bit run down rather than actually being unwell. So, yeah, I think... I don't think it's that bad, babe, to be honest with you. I've sat here all right all day. The only reason I was going to go do airbrushing, but the only reason why I only go airbrushing on a Wednesday, if you leave the house.
Why?
Because if I go airbrushing on a Wednesday, Wednesdays is Luce's day off, as I'm sure you're all aware, right? Wednesdays is Luce's day to do whatever the fuck she wants. If I go airbrushing on your day off and you stay here, the kids come and get you because you're here. But it's your day off. They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
The youngest specifically is quite bad for it. So if you go out the house on your day off and I go airbrushing, they've got no choice but to come to the garage to get me. because you're not here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you don't need to go to the garage for them to come and get you. You could just stay in the office and they'll still come and get you.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Okay.
I feel like this is an escape plan of they ask me too many questions,
right.
I'm going to the garage.
Did you listen to what I just said?
No.
No, evidently. It was very clear that you didn't listen to what I just said. Your response made that abundantly clear. What I said was, if I go airbrushing and you are here, the youngest will just come and get you because you're in here, despite the fact that I've told them that I'm in the garage. If you're not here, they don't have the choice to get you, so I can safely airbrush knowing that they won't disturb you because you're not here.
But you could airbrush on the Sunday.
Exactly, which is what I'll do. Or Friday, or tomorrow morning. That's exactly what I'll do. Fucking hell, chat. Honest to God. Chat, we're actually only 9 away from 150. 9 away from 150. Lucy's saying he wants the kids to leave you alone. Thank you, Lord of Cinder. Someone's paying attention. Let me fuck, I'm eating, gonna die. It puts the lotion in the basket. Yep. Love you, John. You absolute hero. We're also £27 away from our super chat target. What should people send postcards about? Oh, you're actually going to give a suggestion? I'm here for this.
Okay. I don't know why I offered. This is actually really hard. Nope. I honestly don't have one.
Postcards for the most fun thing that's ever happened to you that's Warhammer related. It's about the fact that it's really fun right now. Postcard for the most fun thing that ever happened to you that's Warhammer related. I've done so many fun things, it's quite hard to put a pin on one, actually. Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Brandon, thank you for 10 gifted memberships, you fucking hero. What an absolute baller. We're 49 away from 200. Legends you all are. Jeremy, 100% truth. Without doubt. Thank you so much, Brandon, you legend. This makes up for the... This just about makes up for the shortfall yesterday as well. Oh, you people.
Was there a shortfall?
Yeah, it wasn't strong. It wasn't a strong day yesterday. It was a fun day. We had a lot of fun. But it wasn't a strong day yesterday. So, yeah. You are all legends. You're all wonderful people. This is such a fucking incredible little community we've got. I'm very proud of it, by the way.
Don't you need the whole sponsor thing when you move to America now?
No idea. I don't know.
Playing versus you at Beachhead.
Okay. Get my cock out your mouth. Although it was a good game, wasn't it, to be fair?
I met all you and Thanes at Beachhead. Much fun.
I still
That's that Geordie
I still can't get over Alex's wonderful little Geordie accent, yeah. Yeah.
You bellend.
They all the YI sound the same, don't they? Fucking YI.
I'm outside outfitter.
Outside outfitter. Yeah. Exactly. They all sound the same.
Stated before, 5th Ed get the objective off map. Orcs v Guard. Orcs win with last model on table getting objective off table, 3/4 of Guard still alive.
That sounds fucking incredible. That does sound cool. I've done some great fun things. So, Titans visits, amazing amounts of fun. Had insane amounts of fun actually when Titans visited the studio that was here in the garage. Like when they first walked into that little studio, it was like, oh, this is it.
This is it.
I think because of the size of their garages in the US, they were like, oh, it's in a garage, it'll be fine. It was a bit small.
No.
What else? I've had a couple of amazing times at No Retreat, which has been fucking incredible amounts of fun.
There was a point that a lovely lady who was invited to speak at I think it was like the scrutiny thingy for the school bill thingy. So your comment about would you want funding and no control and all of that.
I can hear the slander from the other room.
I think he's actually from like Middlesbrough. And they're like one of the rivals of...
She raised a really good point, and she said for home ed kids to have access to sit GCSEs just as schooled kids do. Because when you have a SEND child at home, you are potentially saving the council a lot of money because there's no schooled intervention needed because they're at home. So to just simply be given access to GCSEs, because otherwise we have to...
Yeah.
My partner and I got together during lockdown 1. We were each other's support bubble for a year. Our first actual date out together was Bugman's, summer 2021 for the tour. Crop dusted Black Library 2.
So does your other half play the hobby as well, Nick? Have I been really ignorant to the fact that she also plays? You said this before?
With smart use of both, Azrael, and 8 Hellblasters, I got off 36 hits on a single Overwatch activation. All overcharged. Didn't lose a HP either.
I feel like, boys, that was fun for one person. That one person was you. I don't feel like that was much fun for your opponent. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, Kaz, for the 10 as well, you legend.
Because some GCSEs you can pay anywhere from £180 to £600.
600?
Depending on what qualification you're going for, but that's not the only cost because
Oh.
there's not very many exam centres in the UK. Families then have to factor in accommodation because
Well, this is
travel
my
to get
only
there.
drama, and it's weird, isn't it? My only issue with the home education stuff we do here is that we pay for everything, exams included, and you had a reboot as well, have you?
It's fine. It's going on. We're going in
okay.
like 9 minutes.
And
so-
and you know, and which is fine because we made the choice, but the schools are all funded by our tax. Like I
have no idea how.
it's weird, isn't it? Like electively home educating, fine, but if you know that a percentage is, but that's not how the whole tax system works. Unfortunately, it's not like a specific percentage goes to education.
Texans vs Grey Knights in 8th with a Forge World Dreadnought exploits back then did extra damage to psychic kills almost everything.
Sounds incredible. Anyway, thank you so much for the $5, man. We hit goal. Legends. Hit goal. Fucking beautiful human beings.
But then there's a big percentage of home educators that are not electedly home edding. Their children have
Just
not,
can't do school,
They just
yeah.
can't. There's not a place. There's nowhere suitable, and these children have then become
Yeah, it's
home
weird, isn't it?
educators.
I feel like for me, the thing is, so here's the thing though. If you pulled your kids out of school and you got funding for education because you're not in school using a school place.
Harbooning a storm raven with a
Oh,
knight.
it sounds fucking incredible. So you're not in school. I'd have a fucking good harpoon. So you're not in school using a school place. Therefore, you're not using the funding that the government puts aside for children. Therefore, you're not using some of the funding that some of your taxes pays for. So they could either give you a slight tax break or they could give you funding that was equivalent to whatever a head count would be in a school place. The problem you have is that for certain families, and it's not common, or probably wouldn't be common, but certain families would then choose to, depending on the amount, to electively home educate for the wrong reason. And that money wouldn't go on education.
No.
And that's, I think, part of the problem. How do you then... So if you're going to then offer as a government to fund the home education because they're not taking a school place, etc., at that point you're going, well, then we want to see what you're spending on.
Third Ed, a Soul Eldar Guardian in heavy cover survived 4 turns of Space Marine shooting, took Ragnar Blackmane in close combat to finish him
Brandon,
off.
I misread that then. I thought he took Ragnar Blackmane. I was like, Jesus Christ, I hope he got promoted. That's incredible. But yeah, I think that's where it flips, isn't it? The flips is we're going to give you money because you're not using the school system, so
Yeah.
you're going to get the equivalent. But what we want to now see is that you're spending it on the right things because you are getting the funding, which I think is I think that is justified.
Yeah.
The exam, the only thing that annoys me slightly is the exam Only because they're so expensive. But, you know.
But it is possible to home educate a child the whole way through, no exams, and then to still be employable. That's entirely possible. You don't always need a grade to follow you around.
Dave says, thing is, that money isn't given to the school if you home ed. True, but it's still taken from your taxes in the first instance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's such an interesting time, and it's a scary time as well. Because
you think it's scary?
Yeah, because if for whatever reason we're found to not be giving a full-time education that's fit for the aptitude of the boys, they can give us a school attendance order. I'm not entirely sure how they work. But if in the end they say you have to put your kids in school, if you're after school attendance, sure, they'll go to school. If you're after them being in receipt of an education, that will not happen.
But so this is the thing, right? This is why I don't think it's a scary time, because I don't think we're at risk of that at all. The amount of education that those two boys get and the distance they've come from where they started when they first started home educating, for me personally, it's not a concern, because I don't think there's any risk or drama whatsoever. I'd say that now. Like, I genuinely don't think there's a problem.
I hope not.
So I think we're good. Dave says, best 40k moment for me was being a mod in here.
Ah.
That's right. That's right, Dave. You suck up a bit more.
Shucks, Dave.
Shucks, Dave, yeah. Shucks. Forgot to like the stream. There's only 145 likes on the stream with 200 people watching right now. Click. Ding. Like and subscribe. That's what Joe says.
And it's such a blue touch paper topic as well, because how we do it in our house is not how, for example, our neighbour would do it in their house. So trying to put a ring around home ed is really difficult.
Mm-hmm. You Geordies are a contentious bunch. I did 1 and 8 for my double-clawed demon prince, charged a spaceful flyer and almost ripped it to shreds in one round of combat, leaving it on 1 wound. That sounds amazing. I don't like 40k. How dare you? Out. Best chat. That's right, says Drumming Fish. Best chat by a fucking country mile. We're very blessed. Luce and I talk about this a lot. Actually, not just Luce and I. That's being disingenuous. Joe involved, as is Paddy and Brom and Tom, all in the conversation. Literally the best chat in the world ever. Literally the best chat ever.
I found you guys after many years away from the game, 1998, which was the last time I played. Because of you guys, I now have a Chaos Knights and Space Wolves army, trying to get painted before playing.
Adam. Fucking legend.
You're right, Luce, fighting my girl's placement right now. It costs 21k a term for special placement at a min.
Wow.
Jesus. Fucking hell, that's a lot, isn't it? 21k a term. Ugh. Adam, though, thank you for the 20. I take no financial responsibility for your decisions, by the way. Right? No financial responsibility at all for your decisions. Just throwing that out there. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. After 20 years away. Sorry, many years away, not 20 years away. It's $20, isn't it? I get it. 1998 to 2005 is not 20 years. It's more.
There's a meme going around saying that somebody mentioned something that happened in the 70s, and I thought, oh, that was only like 25, 30 years ago. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. 50.
No, it wasn't.
Tal Manessa says, only chat I ever participate in.
Ah.
That's lovely, isn't it?
That is nice.
That gives me warm fuzzies. I chat, but it's usually shit. Oh my god. Amazing. One of my favourite moments was the last edition when Vashtor charged a Necron Doom Scythe and something like 14 mortal wounds to it. Incredible. I charged a Silent King with Schlaxi, took it down in one activation. Incredible. Best 40k moment was last Saturday night on our evening chats with Luce and having her laugh madly when we said about Joe and his period.
Oh, God. That was
Didn't you
funny.
even message about that one as well?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you messaged about the period.
Period.
Have you never heard it before,
No.
ever? Okay, well, there you go. Half a decade for COVID. Yeah, I know, yeah. Chat. Kai says, hi, chat bollocks. No one is surprised. We do love you, though, Kai. We do love you. When ogres weren't shit. When was that? I've missed a message somewhere. Schools don't actually teach you how to live, though. They teach you how to pass exams, and that's it. Whereas the boys will come out being educated, not just academically, but in the real world also. 100%, Andy. That's part of what we're doing.
There is
I agree with you as well. It's the same as driving, like, really, isn't it? Driving teaches you how to pass your test, not how to actually drive. Really, I mean, obviously, it teaches you how to actually drive, but it's only the experience you gain which makes you a better driver ultimately.
There's I'll see if I can clip it and put it in Discord, but a member of the New Forest Home Ed community, she was invited to talk at I think it was the scrutiny committee for this bill, and she got a lot of questions fired at her, and she did really, really well, and we're all so grateful that she went and sort of represented. I'll see if I can clip it, because there's other things. She touched on the fact that I think it might be the local authorities want to have access into a home educator's home, and missing the point that a home educator's home is not an educational provision, it's a private family residence. So it just feels a bit bristly.
Played a game versus Dark Angels with the old Crimson Slaughter list. Game ended with Chaplain and Chaos Lord dueling on top of a ruined Land Raider.
I bet you've got photos as well, haven't you? If you haven't, you should do. Well, I guess that's part of the problem with home education, doesn't it? Because it crosses the border between public and private, essentially.
It's very,
you know.
I ended
but
up...
I also understand why they want to have more kind of eyes on what's going on with children. I get it, because there's too many horror stories out there. And yes, they might be few and far between, but they still exist. So I get why. I'm not saying this is the right way of doing it, but I can get why they want to do something about it. To be fair. Dark jokes are welcome. Dark jokes are also always welcome, yeah. Once did 21 damage to a reanimator who then blanked 17 of them with his 4++. Jesus Christ. You get the kickback from all my units, the money well spent, 100%. Thank you so much. You're amazing. On what? Is it on the Element? On Elephant Games? Or is it, are you UK? Yeah, UK?
I think it's because terrible, terrible crimes are happening against children. And they're happening, well, this is the arguing point, isn't it? The most recent one, the teachers flagged it up, and then they deregistered her, and then she was sadly...
Well, exactly.
But it's so messed up.
Yeah, exactly. It's messed up, so we've got to do something, as far as I'm concerned. So do the horror stories of education for public education. Oh, 100%. I can do exactly. Best damage I've ever done was 24 wounds at the 30 I roll for against a 4-draw Great Demon of Zinch by a Kragnos Rampage. Oh, Age of Sigmar. But yeah, it's true of everything, isn't it, though? So often, education... I mean, school... Let's be honest with you, though. The one thing I will say, Andy, school does give you other skills outside of just education. Typically, they're social, though, because you end up having to be in social situations that you might not want to be in. Sometimes you have to be around people that you don't want to be around, and you have to learn to behave yourself around those people. And, you know, it does sort of start to institutionalize you into the I have to get up and go to work, etc. Although I would say that the modern world is very, like, back in the day that was very prevalent. In the modern world, it's a little bit different nowadays because fucking business is 24/7. So it's not like everybody works 9 to 5 and everybody's at home on Sunday and everybody's off on bank holidays anymore. That's not quite the same. But school does level you off by putting everyone in a uniform. It does mean you have to get up and go to school in the morning. You have to stay till it finishes, much like a work shift. So I guess it does give you more. But in terms of the actual education part of it, you aren't wrong. Teach you how to pass your exam. How often since you left school have you used Pythagoras' theorem? Yeah.
Never.
I have in engineering, but I have no doubt that you haven't at all. So, you know, there is also an argument to say that we could be tailoring education at a younger age as well towards the things that people are more interested in post education, but also that we don't do a fantastic job in this country, at least, at actually teaching people some real life skills. I think we could do a slightly better job of that in general, but you know, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
With sort of basic home economic skills, washing, cleaning, cooking, tidying, etc.
It would just...
My main focus in the hobby is painting. I just posted my Instagram in thanks and would welcome criticism.
In thanks or in thanes? Did you post it in thanes? I'm going to follow it now. I'm going to follow you, Will. So you can feel important. Following. That's a nice Tywin Lannister you painted there. Top work. Anywho, as you can hear, I've been struggling. You lot have been amazing, but I've been struggling. And I've just seen Luce reach for the fact book, so I'm going to stall for a little bit longer because she's clearly not quite ready yet.
Tell us about your day, babe.
My day is I've built and cleaned up 5 components of a model ready for painting. Despite the fact that what will probably happen now is it'll probably, on Friday, I'll probably get my paintbrushes out and start painting Eldar, and it'll probably sit at my desk for a bit, but you know, we'll see. This is why Luce loses her fruit on the way home from the shop, not applying Pythagoras' theorem. Exactly.
Well,
100%.
yeah.
100% Gaz.
I'm very sorry.
Without doubt. Without doubt.
Excuse me.
Will, you can put your Instagram name in the chat if you want everybody to come and criticise you. If you want all 199 people to come and follow the man who gifted 75 memberships, I think it is tonight, right? Just post your Instagram name in chat right now. And they can all come and follow you. And you can be the most important thing in chat at that point.
Homemaking my boys was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Yeah, I bet.
Definitely. I don't think I could have become this parent if I didn't. And I actually think our marriage is stronger for it because you also got to see the meltdowns and the shutdowns, because usually that's just saved for me because you were on shift work.
I think it's deeper than just our marriage is stronger for it though, because I think that seeing what's been going on with them has I think it's over the course of the last 5 years helped or enabled me to do a lot of learning about me and how I behave and why I behave the way I behave, which just flat means that my behaviour has changed because of it, because I have more awareness and more kind of I have a stronger ability to kind of cope with it when it happens and stuff, because I've seen and I understand it. When you, as with anything, you're always more fearful of things you don't understand. That's just a fact. And now I understand things more. Not only is it there's less fear there, but because I understand it more, it's significantly easier for me to apply something to solve my problem or calm my issue or deal with it in a certain way, which I think means I just behave in a better way than I did before, which is probably why we are then also stronger because of those reasons.
We know better, so we can do better.
Absolutely, yeah. Talking of which, are we now ready with the facts?
We're ready.
We're ready with the facts. Okay, cool. It's time for loose fact.
The largest watermelon in the world was the size of a football player.
I thought you were going to say pitch, and I was going to call bullshit. But I'm still calling bullshit. This fact book is the most bollocks thing I've ever read in my life. What's the size of a footballer, Luce?
Well, I don't know if this book is American or English.
What's the size of a football player?
Well, that's it. Everyone can imagine a different sized watermelon now, and we can all be correct.
Ben...
Schrodinger's watermelon in here.
Ben, who's currently 7, could be a football player.
Yeah, 7-year-old sized watermelon. Although he's not because he's tall.
Big Bad Peter Gaming could be a football player.
Yeah. We're all
winners.
The
scale is too big.
We're all winners today. We're all winners.
That's bullshit. I must admit, Liam, you talking about ADHD has really helped me understand I'm neurospicy and I'm better human for it. I think so, Dave. And I think, I'm sure there are people out there, I have no doubt at all, that there are people out there, when Luce and I start talking about home education or ADHD and autism or this experience or that experience, it's got nothing to do with 40k. I'm sure there's people out there watching this stream going, the fuck is this? It's not a 40k channel. And I'm sure there's people that log off because of it. I don't think those number of people are quite high, but I'm sure people do it, absolutely. That being said, I literally this weekend at Beachhead, an individual came up to me and said, us talking about the kids, the ADHD, that kind of stuff, it's so refreshing and it's really helped them with their little one and understand things, etc. And it also helps them go, it's not just our kids, it's not just us. And I think that's really special. And so I know for a fact that there will be people going, this isn't 40k off. Fuck you, I don't care. I think it normalises us and it normalises and the other thing as well is if I just talked Warhammer the whole time, I think I'd run out of stuff to say for doing 7 shows a week. But I think by bringing up real world issues as well, I feel like a lot of people out there, I say this already a million times, right? 40k is the thing that brings us together, but it's not the reason why we hang around, why we stay. We talk about all sorts of things. And if I can help someone, if I think someone can sit there and go, I feel like we're less alone now because other people have dealt with it, or I feel like I have a better understanding, or I think there's a direction I can take because I've heard Liam and Lucy talk about it, then I think we've done a better job than just enriching the 40k world. I think we're trying to do, and I encourage the team to do this in general, we try and do the job of enriching the world in general, not just 40k, which is why this weekend at Beachhead, with all the people that turned up wearing Great Hall shirts and sporting the name on BCP, the rule is simple: don't be a dick. You'll notice that rule specifically isn't attributed just to your time at the table playing Warhammer 40k. Don't be a dick is just a rule all the time.
Yeah.
It's how you conduct yourself in every day, and that's I want to do more. I want to transcend just 40k. I want to be a better influence on the world in general, in the hope that people can look up to us to some point as some sort of role model and be like, don't be a dick is just the right way to behave.
It was my realization of home ed isn't, it was more, the light bulb moment for me was, this is actually a version of wraparound care. Because education at home, when it's home ed, happens all the time. But when James went to school, trying to get him to do something remotely educational at home was, Mum, my school day's done. Why are we? I'm done. We're not baking a cake. I'm done with school day. And now, instead of me going, oh, I've not made it very fun for him because all my other friends' kids, they're doing all this fun stuff. No, they're fucking not. There's pictures on Facebook that are just lies.
Yeah.
Nobody did the shit you're picturing. Nobody did it because actually, the school day is done. He's burnt out, so he's not going to make the cake.
Grumpage has said, I'm fine with personal stuff, but I get annoyed when everything becomes because of my ADHD. We all suffer and deal with stuff. 100%. So I've said this before as well. This is one of the most important things for us raising our kids. When it comes to things like ADHD or autism, my favourite phrase is, I'm okay with it being a reason, but I'm not okay with it being an excuse. So if you're feeling a certain way or behaving a certain way because of those sorts of issues, I'm okay with you going, I understand why I feel like this, and I understand why I'm having a struggle right now, but I do not think it should ever be used as an excuse for shitty behaviour or really seriously negatively impacting someone else's day. And that's the big thing for me. Like, if you understand it, so you can go, I need to employ a management technique right now. I need to go do something different, take myself out of the situation, whatever it might be. Fine, cool. I'm okay with it being a reason. Never an excuse, though. And too often I see, specifically parents of young children going, oh, he's got autism. Don't care, he's currently being a cunt.
Yeah, like, no, that's misbehaviour. And that's fine because we're all human and we all have had enough. And it's Friday afternoon for everybody. And that's fine. Sure, there's autism there, but now. Yeah,
he's being a cunt.
Yeah.
And that, you stop that.
Yeah,
that's my big thing about it. So I hope by sort of explaining that, Grumpy, you kind of, I think that's what you're getting at. But I like to explain why with my painting on my hobbying, why I'm in a bit of a rut, or I've started to struggle, for example. But I'll be like, okay, I understand why now, but I don't need to now use this as an excuse. I need to work out how I can make it work for me, how I can lean into hyperfocus, how I can that kind of thing. I think that's also, I think a lot of people in the Warhammer world in general also have similar kind of troubles and similar kind of experiences. And so if we can go like, just lean into the hyperfocus when you're doing such and such, or use this thing, or maybe do this to help yourself out of the rut or whatever, I think then perhaps we're doing some good there. So that's my hope anyway.
But that was my thing of, home ed is a version of wraparound care. For me anyway, a version of wraparound care. No point in even attempting the maths if clearly something is going on.
Yeah.
There's no point. So we'll put the maths away, we'll make a pot of tea. Apparently, this is what we're actually doing today.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I wanted to tackle
But
algebra,
equally, if we're out in a social situation and they're at a play park or something and he starts being a knobhead and he goes, it's because, I'm like, I don't fucking care, mate. You've negatively impacted someone else at this point because of your shitty behaviour. So if you felt that coming on, you should have taken yourself out of that situation before it got to that. You need to own your own actions. And I think my personal opinion is that too many people don't own their own actions, or try not to own their own actions nowadays, and use these things as a reason to not own their actions. And then instead of going, I'm sorry, I was a dick, they go, I'm sorry, I was a dick, but it's not sorry then, is it? You haven't owned that.
Amen. You just went up in my estimation.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, I know people diagnosed and they use it as a crutch. You can still function and work with these issues. Much love.
Well, that's my point. That's exactly that.
We talked about when I was trying to describe shame to James, and like how do you talk about shame? And I said to him, do you know what? I feel like shame is this really heavy coat. Nobody wants to wear it, but you have to wear it if it's your coat. And that shame is really useful. It stops us being a dick again because we remember this shame, and everyone can see it's us, and everyone can see us wearing the coat, and we've got to wear the coat because we did the thing that we knew would cause bad feelings to other people, and we chose to do it. So that shame is yours right now. You need to wear the coat. But then learning to take the coat off, you're done now.
But
You've apologised. It's fine.
It's as simple. The coat is as simple as owning it.
Yeah.
Own it. You behave like a cunt. Own it.
Yeah.
Don't come up with an excuse. Simple as, like I said, sorry. I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear the but. I'm not interested, because at this point, what you're doing is you're legitimising your behaviour still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to legitimise your behaviour. I want you to own the shame.
We did again another one we did with Ben about accountability, and there's 3 pictures, and the picture is the same thing. A child is stood next to a broken vase. Picture 1 says, I broke it, but the dog was in my way. The second one, I broke it, but I was being chased. And then the third one was, I'm sorry I broke your vase. Which one is actually the apology?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was the accountability of, you just need to own your bit of it. The dog might have been in the way, and you might have been playing a really fun game of chase, but the result is the vase is broken.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you to not ever play chase, and we love the dog. The dog is often in the way, but we need to apologise for the broken vase.
Paul Fisher says, I thought Lou said Shane. I'm like, who's Shane? A Crumpage says, by up in my estimations, you're now higher than what I wiped off my shoe earlier.
Oh,
Thanks,
lovely.
mate. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a promotion.
We all have a place.
It's a promotion. I'll take it. Thank you, you wonderful humans, for your amazing interaction as well. You fucking beautiful, sexy people. You've just had 10 minutes of bonus content there. Liam and Luce's experiences in the world. Right, there you go. We're back tomorrow with the Liam and Joe show at 13:30. Tom will be joining us as well. I thought about stepping out of that one. I don't know whether I trust him to do it on without me yet. We'll see. It depends how my throat is in the morning. And in the evening's a live game of 40k, which is supposed to be me and Tom, but I'd already warned Joe yesterday with how I was feeling that there might be a chance I sit back and just produce it instead. But Tom's on stream with Votan tomorrow. The Votan's coming back to the channel. Then on Friday, if all goes well with the surgery in the daytime, on Friday, I should be back with 40k After Dark at 8:30 in the evening. Anyway, that's it for tonight. You people are wonderful. You're beautiful human beings. We have got 3 more shows to get through. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll only really be properly sick on my one day off on Sunday. Because that's how it happens. That's how it happens. You're all amazing humans. We love you all. Hopefully we help everybody. I am, like I said at the start of the show, having so much fucking fun right now. And I'm hoping there's a little part of me that is... This is a big part of me, actually. There's a big part of me that's hoping that there's a really little part of this fun that's rubbing off on people, and they're smiling along and enjoying themselves, and perhaps... perhaps our positivity and our love for the game at the moment is also a little bit addictive. A little bit... What's the word I'm looking for?
Sound it out.
I can't think of the word. I had the word and I kept talking, and now the word's gone.
What is it what do you want?
Well, like we say, negativity is infectious. Infectious is the word.
Contagious?
Contagious, infectious. Hopefully our positivity is a little bit infectious right now. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, before we go, anything you want to say to the team, Luce?
Best chat.
Best chat. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful humans. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 13:30. If not, we'll see you in the next one.